Zelda, what are you doing? Look at all those decks that you have out there. Well, that's because we're doing a little bit of a deep dive today, my friends. It has been brought to my attention that someone thinks, and I've heard this, little rumor, seen it on some other platforms, and I just want to address it. We got to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is Diddy involved with the fires that are happening in California? Today is January 10th of 2025, and you are with Crime Time with True Oracle. I'm Lady Zelda. Thank you so much for being here. And at this point, we do know that Diddy has lost his mansion. I'm just going to say this. I don't like that for anybody, regardless. And my heart just breaks for these people. And I know that this is just such a sad situation. And regardless of what happened and why it is started, there's many people, innocent people, who have been affected by this. So, with that being said, I also want to say, as a disclaimer, I'm not a fire professional. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement. We are tarot professionals here. I am a tarot profiler and a psychic medium. So I wanted to deep dive into this. See, it's for your entertainment only, right? It's our opinion. Sometimes sort of kind of maybe. And if we're just going to see what goes on, right? But there is something behind this, and I do feel it is definitely something sinister that is going to affect people not only for days, weeks, or months, but I believe for years. In our lifetime, we may not see LA back to the way it was. So, with that being said, the decks on the table, the Kipper, the fire element, Cartomancy, very appropriate, the Gypsy Witch, no gypsy, no witch, but we've got a little few kitties, and we've got the Piotnik deck, and we've got the Vintage Tarot. Now, in this card reading, I expect to see some references because, again, Diddy did lose his mansion. But is he involved? That's the question. Is he sort of kind of involved? One thing I do want to tell you, that it has been noted that Diddy is in the same facility that Luigi Mangione is. And Diddy is not happy because Luigi's getting a little bit more attention than Diddy. So he's angry. From what I understand, he is livid. Now, I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with this, but, a little info there for you. So we're going to get started. We're going to lay down a foundation. We're going to find out and see. I expect to see a lot of wands coming out because those are fire elements. We'll see what comes up. In the meantime, let me know if you see something in the cloth. Many do. A lot of energy comes out here. I'm seeing a couple of things. So you may want to pause it. Let us know if you see something. Okay, so now, my darlings, I'm going to start with a couple cards from the Kipper deck. Just a couple. We may add more here and there. A marriage card. And the house. Now, we are talking about Diddy. Diddy is not married, but he was committed to this house stuff and his house activity. The one thing about this, you see the cherry blossoms? There may be a timing in this card, too. June. See, a June bride. What happened in June? If you know, let me know in the comments. Will you do that for me? All right, so now I'm going to lay out a couple of these vintage tarot. Now, Diddy is a Scorpio. His significator card in the tarot is the Death card. Let's see what happens. Sorry, I don't read reverse. So, putting these out. What did I tell you about the wands? Let me see if I can... Here we are, the Ace of Swords. And the Six of Pentacles. You know, there's a particular saying that goes along with these wand suits, and I'm going to say it, and it is not to be disrespectful at all. But especially with this Knight of Wands, with the wands being a fire element, and you probably have heard this before if you've seen my readings, that basically if you have something that you want done, you light a fire under it. That card came out beside his house. I don't know. Did he still have evidence in his house? I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I just want to point a few things out to you. But you see, this knight is very action-oriented. He's not as action-oriented as the Knight of Swords, but he's right up there. He's ready to get things started. He's taking a stand, and he wants to jump into things. You see that? But with this card, amazing. This Two of Wands, again, fire element, is showing opportunity, but that he's fastened this particular wand to the side of his mansion, this fellow. He is wearing the cloak of red and a cap of red, which is power, control, passion, can be love. But he's holding the world in his hand, and I think Diddy at one time did hold the world in his hand. Now he's looking over the world, and this is a card that basically says he had a decision to make, and then he made it. And then now he's on the edge of making more decisions. So we'll see. Now the one thing supposedly I have heard is that Diddy's people have been going out asking influencers and other people not to say what they've been saying about him for money. So he's been needing, and once again, you see, there's that control. There's that, you see that fellow? He needs balance. But these two people are dressed in different colors. Well, the green obviously is money. The blue is emotion. I do know that Diddy is very upset because some of these people have not come to his rescue that he depended upon. So he feels like he is the giver, and that he's given a lot to many, including given careers. However, he doesn't feel like he's been receiving anything. Could this form some type of revenge? Possibly? I don't know. Could it? I'm asking you in the comments. The Ace of Swords. This is a karma card, my darlings. It has to do with communication, thoughts, dreams. But remember, the sword is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. It can heal, but it can also cut down. Let's get this Piotnik deck. Now, one thing, Journey, okay, one thing we do know, it's been reported that this is arson. I do believe that it is arson from several people. Enemy. Visit. You see the pattern I'm seeing here? Now, remember, Diddy's significator card is the death card. See this? We can't make this stuff up. What I'm getting from this Piotnik deck, adding this on, is that he definitely was the lover. But as I was saying, Many have been visited. Many have been getting a message. Many have been receiving money to keep still, not say anything. Many have been visited. He considers these people his enemies. And you know, sometimes there's an old saying, an enemy's enemy is an enemy's friend. Let's remember that. Let's get this Gypsy Witch card, my grandmother's deck. The Mountain. With the Eight of Spades, and that Eight of Spades is basically a risk. An evil misfortune. An evil misfortune that was, in case you missed it. The ship is a symbol of wealth, as in your ship has come in. He definitely has been wealthy. But with his mansion going down, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm not able to say. But what I will say is that's the yes card, that 9. That is the 9 of Hearts. That's the yes card. Now, this 8 of Spades is basically a risk. He's taking a risk. Allegedly, if he was involved, he would be taking a risk. Most definitely. And this is would definitely be sending someone. I mean, if you did something like that, you're definitely sending someone a very powerful message. Does he have the resources to do this? Yes. Sly as a fox. These are 2 aces. These are timing cards. This is a fall timing card. That is a spring timing card. He's had a lot going on, but there is a broken mirror, which means that he's had death around him, and we know that. Last but not least, my darlings, we've got this fire element deck. The Queen of Clubs. There is a woman who has been, isn't that amazing? Look here. And this particular card it's amazing because this particular card, when it's not, you see there's a combination here with the mountain, climbing the mountain, taking a risk. But this card alone in the Cartomancy deck means isolated, and it can mean prison. It can mean preparation. There is a young lady that has been speaking out about Diddy. You may know her. I'm not going to mention her. But I think if you take a look, this is the depression card, the upset card. It is the difficult to getting his point across card. He's been wanting bail, and they're not going to give it to him. And he's been trying to take the law and matters into his own hands, and that's been slapped down. There's been some decisions that are going to be made about Diddy this year. We're going to see that, definitely. This is a 10 of Hearts, which means a success card, and it means the home. This 6 of Hearts is a card that means domination. Domination over many and sacrifices over many. I'm going to get a last word here from the House of Zelda. The House of Zelda. And whoa, in this weather, and it is winter weather here, my darlings. The cards are sticking together. Seek more knowledge. I agree. I think this really needs to be looked into more, and I think there needs to be more discovery, and I think everybody would be a little surprised, and that definitely is haunted. Diddy is definitely, I can say this with certainty, that he is being haunted by his past. And amazingly, it says it's time to look a little closer. Look in the mirror. You see there's a mirror on there. Look a little closer. With these two together, seek more knowledge in discovery and look a little closer. I think there's going to be some things that come up that is going to be a telltale. So, do I feel that he is involved? I'm going to say this. The cards show that allegedly, possibly, there is some involvement, but it needs to be looked into further, and I agree. So I'm not accusing anyone of anything. We do know that this is arson. We do know that there's problems, and it's very unfortunate. And our prayers and hearts go out to those who have suffered such great loss. It's just horrible for the whole state. And I know that this is going to be rectified, but it's going to be time to rebuild. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Please do me a favor again, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to leave some links in the description if you would like to shop with us. And I'm going to leave our link to the website if you want to just cruise around a little bit more and check out the site. So thanks so much for being here. We do love you. You be well. You stay safe. And my darlings, we'll see you again next time on Crime Time with True Oracle. Bye for now.